Greetings everyone, T-Strats here, back with another fantastic Last of Us Part 2 video. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank both PlayStation and Naughty Dog for providing me with a free copy of The Last of Us Part 2. Even though I pre-ordered the game on day one, they still were able to get me an advance copy just days before it released, and for that I am forever thankful. So in today's video, I'm going to go over 7 easy strategies and tips to help make your gameplay less difficult and a lot more enjoyable. Before we jump into this video though, I'd like to point out that you can also engage and interact with me on both Twitter and Twitch. I stream occasionally on Twitch just for fun at random hours, so you can find me on there under the same name, TLOU Strategist, and Twitter as well, where I answer numerous questions, post additional tips, and additional just fun videos. So with that having been said, let's go ahead and get into these 7 easy strategies that you can implement in The Last of Us Part 2. So the first tip I have for you is hunting rifle collateral damage. So a very, very simple thing that a lot of people don't know is the hunting rifle is actually able to take down multiple opponents with a single round. Now, hopefully you all followed my advice that I posted in the best weapons to upgrades first and why video, and you upgraded your HR first and foremost because it is an absolute beast of a weapon. And as you can see, you can get up to 3 or even more in a single shot. The second easy strategy that I'm offering up is shields, both human and infected. The whole concept of shields in this game really provide you with 2 things. They give you protection from damage, and they also buy you time for an excellent opportunity to take out additional opponents. Now, in this game, there are several different ways that you can really get someone into this shield mechanic. One is by using a brick or a bottle, another is by using a stun bomb, or even sometimes you can get in the mode by using melee. Now, the whole shield mechanic is not just limited to regular human opponents. It can also be used with infected against infected. As you can see here, I just fed the clicker a runner. And as you can see, I will be doing the same thing once again. Instead of just shooting the runner off of Dina, I chose to grab them, turn, use the time to turn and head towards the clickers. Once the first clicker grabs the runner, they both kind of get tied up with the whole concept of taking out that runner, and it buys me time to both reload and take out both of the clickers. This is an excellent strategy, and it's actually pretty fun and easy to use as well. Now, this third easy strategy is actually a super fun one. I'm calling it the prone jump. Whenever you're engaged in melee, sometimes you can run and dive by holding the circle button to get that kind of forward jumping prone. I'm calling it the prone jump. And it is also super effective for diving around corners and throwing throwables like a Molotov. And as you can see in these gameplays, you can also do it by jumping backwards as well behind cover and throwing a Molotov over and onto your opponent. Super fun and also very effective. Definitely give the prone jump a try. Anyone who played the original The Last of Us for any length of time knows that the brick and bottle are 2 of the most OP aspects of this game. They are incredibly strong. They can be used both to distract both humans and infected. They can be used to stun them and to get into a shield kind of situation like this one here. But not only that, but they are often just lying around all over the maps, which makes them excellent free resources which you can easily quickly grab and throw at opponents. Not only that, they are incredibly effective against infected, not only to get the stun on them, but to mostly save your ammunition. So that way you can save your ammo and your bombs for more difficult opponents. Speaking of bombs, I am a huge fan of these new trap mines in The Last of Us Part 2, because for me, they really offer an excellent flank protection against both human and infected opponents. Particularly against the humans who are very sneaky and crawl up stairways, you're able to cut off whole passages behind you, which allows you to focus on the enemies directly in front of you. In situations where you're going against infected, who oftentimes have to be alerted to your presence at first, it allows you to set up an excellent kind of strategy where you can kind of really cordon off two different corridors and basically create one single pathway that you would like to funnel the infected through. If any of the infected try to flank around that funnel, they get hit with one of the trap mines and more times than not are instantly destroyed. But even if one of the larger infected hits the trap mine and needs additional shots, a lot of times it only takes one simple HR shot to take them down after being hit by the trap mine. And as you can see in this section here, this section was actually incredibly easy for me with these two trap mines. I was able to focus on the two shamblers, and with this 3 HR shots, I was able to take them out quite easily. One question that I'm getting all the time on Twitter is, how did you get those kind of white sheen in the stealth gauge to appear on the HUD? And that's a great question. And I just simply went to the options the very first time that I started the game. And I went down to awareness indicators. And there I set it to stealth. It was originally set to off. I didn't put it on always. I just simply put it to stealth. Because I really like that indicator. And I think it really enhances the gameplay quite a bit. Number 7 is more of a heads up than an actual strategy or tip. But it is the fact that there are finishing moves in The Last of Us Part 2. So if you ever injure an opponent and don't outright take them out, you will have the opportunity to enter a section where they might be pleading for their life. During this time, you're able to hit the square button to do a kind of a finishing strike. Now, I was told on a Twitter post that I did when I was saying that I was really fascinated by these finishing moves, that we are just scratching the surface about the number of various finishing moves and situations that we might encounter in this game. And for me, I find that incredibly exciting. And so I am trying a huge variety of finishing both moves and styles using different melee weapons. So far, the different melee weapons definitely offer a variety, and sometimes using the hunting rifle to scope in gets them to say different things. But I have a feeling that there are some really, really incredible finishing moves in this game that may take us a very, very long time to eventually stumble upon. Needless to say, they're all incredibly, incredibly brutal. Lastly, as a little simple bonus for you guys, I wanted to say, as a new Game Plus player, in this section of the game, you can take out 6 or 7 of the WLF with a single explosive arrow. It really is a heck of a lot of fun to do. So, with that having been said, please let me know what you thought about this video. If you found these tips helpful or entertaining, or maybe you already knew all of these already. Either way, let me know what you think, and maybe consider liking and subscribing and telling your friends or other Last of Us enthusiasts about this video. Alright, with that having been said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.